Attention all the student of 5th sem electrical for estimating and casting and contracting subject. Today we will discuss course outcome number 5, in which we have to discuss the content of this syllabus, estimate the quantity of material with specification, and select the suitable size of conductor and cable for erection of LT-HT lines and installation of pole mounted substation. So here this particular article consists of two different group. First group is that we have to discuss the material for HT-LT line, and we have to classify what are the HT-LT line, and then second part will be, in second group we have to discuss the pole mounted substation. So here HT-LT line, they are classified according to voltage and the number of wire configuration. So LT line, they are 230 volt, single phase, neutral phase, and R3 wires are there, and they are to be mounted on either PCC pole in rural area, and in city area they are mounted on tubular steel pole or RH joist or rail pole. So they are having a different configuration in LT. Maximum the full length of the line it is covered with in a township or in a street lighting, it is having 6 wire. So for any township or colony area and distribution of secondary distribution, it is a part of that, and in which 6 wires are used, R, Y, B, 3 phase, and 1 phase for street light, and earth wire and neutral. So in this way 6 wires are there. So this line, according to the requirement of the area or the site condition, it may be 3 phase 6 wire line, it may be 3 phase 4 wire line, in which street light phase is there, and neutral and earth become common, so a 1 wire is reduced, so it may be 3 phase 5 wire line. And if the street lighting is not done in area where it is not required, then it may be a 3 phase 4 wire line. So according to configuration of the LT line, they are classified as a 3 phase 3 wire, 3 phase 4 wire, 3 phase 6 wire, and 3 phase 5 wire. When we are going in 3 phase 3 wire and 4 wire system, in 3 phase 3 wire system it is 230 volt, because neutral phase and 1 earth wire is there. When it is a 4 wire system in which neutral and earth become common, so it will be 440 volt. So according to voltage limit, they are classified into 2 voltage limit LT line, that 230 volt single phase and 440 volt 3 phase. And configuration, as I have told you, there are different configuration according to area or site condition. We can classify it according to that. Now so far HT lines are concerned, there are 2 voltage are there, and there is also 3 wire or 4 wire lines are there. So in which 11 kV line is there with 3 phase, and 1 supporting guard wire or earth wire continuously run along the line. And second is 33 kV 3 phase along with 1 wire of that guard wire or earth wire, which is continuously run. So now these are the configuration according to the voltage and their range of voltage and the number of wires. Now so far as material concerned for this HT line, and as he told, the material with specification. So main materials in LT line or HT line, they are first is the pole. So pole for LT line, as I have told you, in rural area we use PCC pole, and urban area we are using 3 pole, either steel tubular pole or RH joist or rail pole. Similarly, their specification is given for LT line, they are a 7 meter pole, and same pole if we use for HT line, then their length varies from 9 meter to 11 meter. So types will be similar, but section difference will be there. Suppose we are using a rail pole in the rural area for 11 kV or 33 kV, then there may be 9 meter and 11 meter pole will be there for this. And if we are using RH joist in the city area or urban area, then its section will be there according to that is I section, we can say the RH joist. So its thickness is 6.3 mm is the thickness of the section, and I section formed by 110 by 90 by 110 section, and this is all dimension in millimeter. Similarly, rail pole, they are having a specification 90 by 60 by 120 or 110 depending upon the size. But nowadays rail pole are rarely used, we are mostly use the PCC pole and RH joist or steel tubular pole. So steel tubular pole, their specification is like this: at the bottom they are about 4 inches in diameter, and at the top they are having a diameter maximum up to 4 inches diameter at the bottom and 2.5 inches at the top, and the top section up to 1.5 meter, it is of 2.5 inches diameter, and on which we can connect the all clamps and insulators with the help of clamps and nut bolts. So insulator used for LT line, they are mostly the pin insulator and shackle insulators, and conductor they are used all aluminum conductor, that is AAC. So specification of conductor is all aluminum, that is in short we can write AAC conductor. This is having 6 wire of aluminum stranded together with each diameter about 2.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter. So AAC conductor can be written as 6/2.5 or 3.5, 2.15 or 3.15 according to the current rating of the line. And same wire if we use for hardware use for here in case of HT line, then in HT line we are using a different type of cross arms, and these cross arms are like this bracket cross arm, horizontal cross arm, and then the cross arm it is called bracket cross arm for double circuit, and for single circuit V cross arm and horizontal cross arm are used. They are made up of again angle iron or channel iron C section with 6.3 mm thickness, and the section is decided according to the kV rating of the or the loading of mechanical loading of the line. So in 33 kV we are using C section of 120 by 60 6.3 mm, and in case of 11 kV we can use 90 by 60 by 6.3 mm. So these are the sections used for the cross arms, whether it is a horizontal cross arm or whether it is a V cross arm or whether it is a bracket cross arm. So normally bracket cross arm is used for double circuit line, and for single circuit line we are using H cross arm, that is horizontal cross arm or V cross arm. Apart from this, other the conductor used in HT line, they are ACSR conductor, in which the specifications are given like this: 6/1/ the diameter of the each wire. So it is also available in 3/4 size, 6/1/2.15 mm, 6/1/2.5 mm, 6/1/3.15 mm, 6/1/3.5 mm, like this. So these are according to the current loading of the line, the proper size of the conductor can be selected. And in the HT line the insulators are used, they are pin insulator and disc insulator both. Normally pin insulators, they are used on intermediate pole, and after each distance of 1.6 kilometer there is a DP structure is to be erected for the sectioning of the line. So on disc insulator we have to at a DP structure we have to use the disc insulator along with pin insulator for sectioning of the line. So sectioning of the line is like this: suppose a line is started from a substation and it is to be routed in the 2 direction. So up to certain distance it will go straight in the single line, and then we have to section or tape the line from this. Then we install a DP structure, and from that with the help of AB switch we section the line and can be diverted line at the angle of normally 30 degree to 60 degree angle is the maximum turning. And if you are turn the line by 90 degree angle, then you have to use the 4-pole structure. So that depends upon the site condition where you have to turn the line at 30 degree or 60 degree or 90 degree. According to that the DP structure or 4-pole structure are selected. And here the disc insulator and pin insulator both are used in combination. So this is otherwise if the line is going straight, then after each 1.6 kilometer 1.6 kilometer distance we have to install a DP structure for mechanical balancing of the line. So this is the all material along with the material required for earthing. So for earthing, each alternate pole of the LT line or HT line, they are grounded with the help of pipe earthing or helical coil earthing. So this earth wire can be run from the bottom. There is a earthing bolt is given. Last time I have given one diagram of a street light pole in which I have shown that particular bolt which is situated normally 1.5 meter up from the ground level, and from where the earth wire is connected, and it is grouted in the same pit in which the your pole is grouted. So this is the earth wire requirement for that. It is a 8 gauge earth wire is there, and bracket cross arm insulator I have told you, type of pole I have told you. Apart from this, some hardware materials are required which are the additional requirement. There is a one anti-climbing device is used on the line which is constructed with the help of angle iron and barbed wire so that nobody can climb on the line. So it is anti-climbing device. This is normally installed at 1.8 meter distance from the ground, and this is in shape. I will give the diagram of anti-climbing device along with a HT line pole, so you can understand that by that diagram. Apart from these, clamps are required to fix up the cross arm on the pole. Nut bolts are required for fixing the cross arm on the pole. Then you require binding wire for installation or the binding of the conductor on the insulator. So these are about 15 to 20 items are required, major to minor items in case of HTLT line. So this is the part where HTLT lines are constructed according to conditions, and as I have told you, according to the calculation for number of pole, I have given one formula last time in which whatever length of the line is given, you have to divide it by its average span. Span is the distance between two consecutive poles. So in LT line, as I have told you, the distance given from 30 to 60 meter for LT line pole span, and when you go for HT line span, then it varies from 60 to 90 meter. So whatever length of the line is there, you divide it by average span and then do plus 1. So suppose I have told you last time that a 1 kilometer line having a span of about 40 meter, so number of pole easily it is 1 kilometer and then 1000 divided by 40. So whatever 25 number of poles will come, and one pole additional for the stay, or in case of HT line it will be to form the DP structure. So one additional pole is always added in the formula. So formula will be number of pole is equal to total length of the line divided by average span which is given to you and plus 1. So this will give the total number of pole required for a particular length of the line. So the material for both the line, HT line or LT line, almost similar type of materials are used, but their specification or section size, they are changed according to voltage. So in LT line, as I have told you, height of the pole we can take up to 7 meter, but when same pole is to be used in HT line, then its height can go up to 11 meter. Similarly, section difference is also change in millimeter, that is the H section pole is there, so 110 by 90 by 110 for HT line, and 90 by 60 by 60 by 6.3 mm thickness. In both the case it is for the LT line. So HT-LT line material almost they are same, their specification are slightly varied according to the range of voltage, otherwise the materials are same. Only the specification difference is there according to voltage. So the calculation part is done, in which if you want to calculate the length of the conductor required, so depending upon number of wires, suppose 6 wire line is there, it is to be run for 1 kilometer, so you select the size of conductor as I have told you for all aluminum conductor for LT line, and because there are 6 wire and line is of 1 kilometer, so RYB neutral and your street light phase. Earth wire you can take 8 gauge. So 1 kilometer line is there, so 1 kilometer earth wire plus 10% wastage. Similarly for conductor if you go, so RYB conductor they are taken as suppose 6 oblique 3.5 mm dia for phase, RYB phase and street light phase. Then neutral may you take slightly less dimension, that is 6 oblique either 3.15 or 2.15, that is neutral, and phase conductor section is higher than the neutral. So it depends on the length of the line, you can just multiply the total length with the number of conductors you use of different specification. So for 1 kilometer line we use for 6 wire, to 4 wire 3 wire for the phase, so that will become 3 kilometer. But in every length of the wire you have to add 10% as a wastage. Wastage means whenever there is a cutting of the conductor is there at the location, so you have to cut the conductor and bind on the insulator, so some part of the conductor is wastage in that binding wire and in the rounding up with the insulator. So the additional that 10% which you have taken of the total length of the line, it can be used in this case for the cases where the tightening of the line conductor is to be done on the insulator. So these are all the minor things which you keep in the mind when you prepare the estimate for the line. So this is all about the line of the HT or LT type, which is used according to the requirement. So as I have told you, LT line is the part of the secondary distribution system, and HT are the line, they are the part of the primary distribution system. So primary distribution system means 11 kV or 33 kV, and secondary distribution is of LT line, that is 230 volt and 440 volt or 400 volt depending upon the transformer rating. So here every street light or every LT line, it is normally constructed in the township area or the colony area or in the rural area where houses are there and there are number of paths are there or streets are there on which we use this LT line pole. So it is very clear that in the rural area most of the PCC pole we use of 7 meter length for LT line, and give the 3 phase 4 wire system or 3 phase 5 wire system, because 1 phase for street light, neutral and earth become common in that case, and 3 phase is required because in the rural area 3 phase required for running 3 phase agriculture pump. So 3 phase is necessary in the rural area also. So we put the line in the rural area normally 5 wire line, that is RYB 3 phase, 1 neutral and 1 street light phase. Neutral and earth become common in that case, so you will require 5 wires. Similarly in city area when we use neutral separate with from the earth, so here the same line becomes 6 wire, that is 3 phase, 1 neutral, 1 street light phase and 1 earth wire. So this is the configuration basis. We can classify it according to site condition or whatever the requirement of the site or the area is there, according to that we construct the line. Nowadays all these bare conductors are replaced by the cable. So the formation of the line, it is now slightly changed, and many hardware which were we use in the HT line or LT line, they are replaced by this in this particular case of cable. Say for example, in HT line when you are using bare conductor, or LT line you are using bare conductor of aluminum, then the crossing location we have to provide the guarding. So guarding are provided in 3 cases. One is the road crossing, we have to provide guarding. We have to provide guarding for the river crossing area, and we have to provide the guarding in case of railway crossing area. So this guarding is 3 type, which is cradle guarding is there, simple mesh guarding is there, and one is hexagonal guarding is there. So according to the situation we use the 3 types of guarding. Normally for road crossing we use simple mesh guarding, and when we go for the river crossing then we use the cradle guarding, and when in case of the railway crossing, then we go for hexagonal guarding. So mesh guarding is normally used for the road crossing, and hexagonal guarding used for the railway crossing, and for river crossing in case we use a cradle guarding. So it is only 4 GSL specification guard wires are used. Two clamps and angle irons are used on both the pole across the river, or across the railway track, or across the road, and on which the guarding is we just constructed below that or erect that. The diagram of these 3 guardings I will provide on the drawing in your WhatsApp group, so you can understand how these guardings are used. So far as HTLT line, the first section is concerned, in this course outcome number 5, in which learning outcome number 13 I have discussed today, and here he has given the content. I once again read out that types of substation and their line diagram. So this is I will discuss next time, because length of the lecture will unnecessarily increase, because type of substation, it is a long content, and estimation of load and load factor, diversity factor, and determination of rating of distribution transformer. So this part I will take in the next lecture. Today I have discussed introduction to overhead and underground distribution line, and a route survey of the LT-HT line. So route survey is what? There is a simple way for having a route survey. This is a content for either LT line or HT line. So you get the total township map of that particular town in which you want to design this LT line. So according to that, which side you have to lay the pole, it is from the information you can get from the corporation engineers, and they will give you guideline that this side will be the LT line have to run. So on the planning, on the paper, on the map of the township, you locate the pole and the route of the line. So route of the line is that you try to avoid the obstacles coming in between the route of the line. So in LT line, normally the colonies are constructed after the roads are constructed, and along the road we have to locate the pole, and this can be done on the drawing itself first. On the drawing you should decide the route route survey according to that span given, average span given to you. According to that, you locate the number of poles to be erected at different points along the route of the line. In case of HT line, suppose I take example of Indore to Mau. It is Indore Mau distance is about 25 kilometer, and one line is just radiated from a substation of 33 by 11 kV substation at Rajmolla near our college campus. So from there it is a 11 kV line is going up to Mau. So total length of the line is 25 kilometer. So mostly in route length we follow the direction according to the direction of the road approach of the Indore to Mau. So normally this Indore Mau is available, both the city available at the AB, that is Bombay Agra Road, AB, that is NH3, National Highway number 3. So this line of 11 kV, or in case of increase of load we can convert may into 33 kV. So this line route is selected along the road. Along the road मतलब जैसे रोड इंदौर से मऊ जा रहा है तो बिल्कुल साइड में उसके क्लियरेंस लेके वी डिसाइड द रूट मैप ऑफ द लाइन फ्रॉम इंदौर टू मऊ. एंड डिस्टेंस आई हैव टोल्ड यू, जैसे 25 किलोमीटर का डिस्टेंस है और अपन उसमें मान लो HT लाइन है और लंबाई ज़्यादा है, और इन केस में अपन अगर 80 मीटर्स या 100 मीटर एवरेज स्पान मानते हैं तो नंबर ऑफ पोल वी कैन जस्ट कैलकुलेटेड, किलोमीटर को 1000 से मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो वो मीटर्स में आ जाएगा, और फिर मीटर में मीटर को डिवाइड करोगे तो नंबर ऑफ पोल आ जाएंगे. सो दैट डिपेंड ऑन द स्पान एंड यू कैन फाइंड आउट द नंबर ऑफ पोल. And these poles are all grouted along the road. Along the road means it is easy for construction. When you start construction of the line, then material loading or material sending up to site, it will be easy because your site is just parallel to the road. Similarly, in case of some cities, it is, I have seen that the line can be run along the railway track. अलॉन्ग दी रेलवे ट्रैक मतलब रेलवे का जो इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन की गैंट्रीज होती हैं उससे हट के साइड में प्रॉपर डिस्टेंस, सेफ डिस्टेंस लेके, नॉर्मली इट इज़ 8 to 10 मीटर फ्रॉम द ट्रैक लेवल, और वहाँ से फिर आप लाइन का स्ट्रेट रूट निकाल सकते हैं. नंबर ऑफ पोल यू कैन ग्राउट अकॉर्डिंग टू द एवरेज स्पान ऑफ द लाइन. So far as this particular bullet number 3 required that route survey of LTHT line. So route survey, it is done by, of course, the survey instrument, means you have to use the dumpy level and theodolite for that, and it is the matter, or it is the task which is to be carried out by the surveyor. Surveyor means it is a civil engineering qualified person who is know how to do the survey. तो सर्वे में आपको ये ध्यान रखना, देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी ऑब्स्टेकल इन बिटवीन द लाइन. सपोज आप जा रहे हैं, बीच में पहाड़ी आ गई हाइट, तो वहाँ पे आपको थोड़ा डाइवर्ट कर सकते हो आप लाइन. कभी सपोज देयर इज कोई सोर्स ऑफ वाटर आ गया, पोंड आ गया, कोई तालाब आ गया, तो आपको फिर वहाँ पे डायरेक्शन थोड़ा चेंज करना पड़ेगा. सिमिलरली कोई सिविल कंस्ट्रक्शन के, जैसे अब ये इंदौर टू मऊ रोड है, तो देयर आर सो मेनी ऑब्स्टेकल्स आर देयर, लाइक वेयर हाउसिंग कॉरपोरेशन के गोडाउन्स बने हुए हैं, वहाँ पे लाइन में ऑब्स्ट्रक्शन आएगा, तो वहाँ आप डायरेक्शन ऑफ द लाइन यू कैन शिफ्ट बाय एन एंगल. आई हैव टोल्ड यू आइदर 30 डिग्री, 60 डिग्री और अप टू 90 डिग्री. You can turn the line to to avoid the obstacles. So obstacles may be in 3 format: either ponds, either hill, either any civil construction, or sometime big trees may come as a obstacle in the line, and because the tree we cannot cut due to that Forest Conservation Act, so naturally in that case also we have to divert our direction of the line. So route map of the line, it is decided by physical visit from one place to another place. मतलब suppose substation at A, it is to be connected substation at B by a 33 kV line. सो ए टू बी आपका जो डिस्टेंस है दैट यू हैव टू ट्रेवल फिजिकली by your vehicle and see the route map of the line. Prepare the route map of the line on the paper or the sheet, drawing sheet. तो इस पे रूट मैप आप एक बार फॉलो कर लोगे, उसके बाद डिसाइड द एवरेज स्पान ऑफ द लाइन एंड अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट एवरेज स्पान यू लोकेट द नंबर ऑफ पोल on the drawing sheet. Okay, after that this profile is prepared. Profile means it is prepared on the graph paper and it is having a ruled graph paper is there, and in which you take the according to average span of the line you calculate the number of pole. So you have to show the in that profile number of pole location, number of crossing involved. जैसे इंदौर टू मऊ की बात कर रहा हूँ तो यहाँ पे तीनों क्रॉसिंग इन्वॉल्व होती है, रिवर क्रॉसिंग भी है, रोड क्रॉसिंग भी है और रेलवे क्रॉसिंग भी है. तो क्रॉसिंग लोकेशन यू हैव टू शो एट द प्लेस वेयर इट इज़ इन द मैप. सो मैप के हिसाब से आप प्रोफाइल बनाएंगे एंड दैट प्रोफाइल इज़ गिवन टू द कंस्ट्रक्शन विंग. सो कंस्ट्रक्शन पीपुल विल फॉलो दैट प्रोफाइल ऑफ द route map and according to that they will construct the line. So this is the all about HTLT line, their design, selection of route map, how to construct the line, what are the hardwares, what are the materials required, major or minor materials are required. So I have also give you one particular problem on HT line estimation on your WhatsApp group, so you can copy it from that or you can understand from that. So this is all for today. We completed your learning outcome number 3, that is E01503551. Next time we will take the remaining part of this particular section, that is the substation part, and then we go for the part number 14, that is learning outcome number 14, that is 352 in this case. So whatever content of that will decide how to decide the KVA rating of the transformer and various type of factors we have to discuss. So this I will take next time. So for today this particular one article with outcome number, learning outcome number 13 of this course outcome number 5, it is I have discussed today, and according to that you prepare the notes reading the things, and the diagram part I will provide on you on WhatsApp group, so you can take that diagram, and one estimate of ST line also I will give on the WhatsApp group. So this is all for today. Thank you very much for watching this lecture.